Hey everybody, welcome back. So, currently, me and Alex are trying to get an apartment, if not, more time here where we're at. Which, unfortunately, I kind of do not want to spend any more time here because of how disgusting this place is. Honestly, I have seen bed bugs. I've seen even roaches, and our toilet keeps messing up, as well as like the water not having a lot of pressure during the nighttime, and some other places being very disgusting in this place. We paid $720 for this motel.
It looks like a dead end up ahead. Laphicet,
Honestly, if
do
we
you
don't
feel anything
get
here?
help
No, not right now.
fairly soon, I don't know what we're gonna do because we've been applying for these housing places, and not a single one of them has really reached out to us and been like, hey,
Look! Purple flower!
do you need to do so and so first to be able to, do this? I don't know why that didn't work. But yeah, the sound alerts didn't work this time. Yeah, we paid 700 for this place, and it's absolutely
Is the
revolting.
demon the real reason the Abbey's closed off the forest?
First off, the stove isn't even fucking clean all the way. The ceiling fan thing for the stove doesn't work. The nighttime light for the stove flickers. And on top of that, our toilet hasn't been flushing properly, which isn't our fault. And whenever we put it on heat for our AC/heat unit, it smells like
Worry about it
cockroaches.
later. It's flower picking time.
Agreed.
What do you think, kiddo? I told you these things were hard on the eyes. I mean, who puts those colors together?
Yeah, they're really nasty looking. But if they help the others, that's good enough for me.
Laphicet!
This must be the demon we were warned
Call it
about.
something else too as
Are
well.
you alright?
I'm okay. So much for this demon being hard to find.
Yeah, we actually have a GoFundMe account, like, for this problem. Like, my original one, I can't get it into it, and it took them almost close to 3 months
That barrier. Even my praetor hearts can't break that.
for them
What's
to
going on here?
change my
Why go to
number.
such lengths to keep it?
Either way, I don't think we're hot.
Right.
So, I had to make a new one entirely. I am so mad right now. I talked to Expedia, and all they offered me really was $50 in credit for their site, and that doesn't make up for what's wrong with this motel room. There was a dog in here at one point in time, and it legitimately screwed up some of the bathroom door frames. I don't think that person got the deposit back. Probably a good thing, they didn't deserve it back. You never leave a dog alone for so many hours, they will destroy stuff. Yeah, so on top of all of these issues with this motel room, we're not even sure how we're gonna eat after this week. Because we've been eating mostly ramen and that's filling my inside. Ramen and IBS do not mix. The refrigerator is even disgusting.
Insect collecting is a sweatier hobby than I thought.
Look!
I feel bad for that beetle.
No, hand it over.
The Abbey had some reason for protecting it. Maybe we should keep it.
You want it?
Anyway, now that we've got these flowers, Eleanor might...
Hey! Forgetting somebody?
It looks like we've closed the door on this little app. That insect demon was a bit of a surprise.
I can count on one hand. If you're not careful, you might wind up as...
50?
That's how many comrades I've...
Oh,
Just saying, don't let your guard down.
right.
Now that we've got what we need.
I wonder what they call this kind of bug.
You're way into that thing, aren't you?
Those flowers are ugly, but at least they help people with fevers and pretty much like a disease like scurvy. People are so stupid.
Can I ask you a bit of an awkward question? Oh, don't worry. I'm not trying to find a It's not that I doubt you, Eleanor.
You fought against her, haven't you? She consumes her enemies with her left hand and claims their power. She's a demon like absolutely no other. Plunk just about any demon down in front of her, and I bet she could devour it in a single
Man, I feel like
gulp.
anybody's fault here
I'd say
that
that's pretty much true. Sometimes demons.
What?
things are the way
You've
they
seen
are for
demons
us.
turn back into humans?
I mean,
that
we
big of a deal?
literally do need
Of
help
course it
being
is.
able to get
Although,
Not that it matters.
some sort of
Whatever.
housing
if I...
taken
Yeah,
care of,
sorry,
because
no, but I need-
otherwise, I don't know what we're gonna do about Eva and Zora. Because I don't really know how we're gonna take care of them if things are gonna be like this. If they keep being like this, I don't know how I'm going to keep myself afloat. Honestly, everybody's lucky that I haven't done anything. It has been so hard recently, just keeping myself
bug.
together.
It looks pretty tough. Yeah! It must be a new species.
Incredible.
A new species is usually named after...
Rhinoceros beetle? Whoa now, that's a stag beetle if...
No. Those things may look like pincers, but they're actually...
Hey, I know the Laffy...
What part of that's...
The whole thing.
I can't let that...
Beetledom? More like beetle dumb.
That doesn't help your case at all.
Rokuro, Aizen. I feel a dangerous storm brewing.
The rhino is a one-trick pony with its horn, but a stag can cut its opponents in half. Its weapons can be used in any situation. The stag is a true swordsman.
That's petty trickery.
But they only live for a year.
They live hard and...
Why is it that boys get rhinoceros, stag, or butterfly? It's all no.
They all look like cockroaches.
So, what will you... I think rhino...
Take a look at them. Scout
And I have the character as Luffy because he's adorable.
Salatoma flowers smell so...
Let me smell.
Do they really taste...
They lure you in with their scent, but once that flower hits your tongue, its flavor
Dreadful like how...
The petals melt into a liquid thousands of times stronger than mint. The two flavors clash and fizz on your tongue, and your whole body is racked with...
What?
That's what Ifrit told me anyway.
That's exactly what it's like. You've tasted it before. You can squeeze it, boil it, mix it with honey, but nothing gets rid of the taste. Trying to mix it or sweeten it makes it even harder for some to swallow. Have you taken yours? No, I'll do it once I'm back on the ship with the pirates.
Wait, are you the type that put...
Not at all. I simply cannot be the first to drink it when others are still waiting for us to...
You do know that you'll have to drink double the dose after you...
Are you certain? And you've taken...
No, I don't.
But to a Moloch, it tastes...
Yes, the cuter you are, the... It's...
Do I... Of course not. I'll suffer through my own dose of solid...
Well, poo.
Whew.
You think there's any chance?
His target's probably Loringen, but stay sharp. He might try to break open the bug cage as a diversion.
Wanted Moloch? Loringen?
First that demon Rex Helavis, and then Eleanor betrays us?
Quit whining. Cleaning up
Looks like our Abby buddies are...
And the bug cage. That berry...
If so, it won't be long before they...
Then we should make our exit while we can.
Easy there, bro. I don't got time to spar today. Got a date line.
That artifact you've got belongs to Ifried. Why
Just picked it up off the ground somewhere.
Don't screw with me, tough guy. I have ways of making you talk.
Ha! I wonder how...
You're the one about to be tested.
It's not up to you how this goes. If I want to talk, we'll...
What are you?
I'd play more, but I don't want to keep old Pointybeard waiting. We'll chat some more later. With a...
Wait!
Aizen! We need to get the flowers to every...
You can handle it!
But you're... All right. That thing Zavid was holding? What do you think that was?
From the sound of it, it seemed to belong to Ifried.
I've never seen any object or art quite like it. Maybe it's that relic Ifried brought back from a continent across the sea.
An art from another continent. Do you think Aizen will be all right?
That Moloch seemed to know what he was doing. I'd rather we just stayed out of his way, but
First the throne, and now here. What is Zavi?
he was probably just making up that date business. But still,
Just like when I was talking with Benwick, he said Ifried had a pointy beard.
you don't say.
Then I bet
Yeah. And then he baited Aizen into following him, using something that belonged to Ifried.
And I'm pretty sure
Is Aizen...
It doesn't matter.
Look!
It's unusual.
Hey, I thought day at Port Renede. A frog jumps.
Magilu?
What was that?
Just a little poem that popped in. My inspiration came from pondering the.
I don't get.
I got another skinny little. That's right. What do you think?
I think you.
So...
Nope.
I think we can call. We've brought back your solitomas. Drink up.
You've saved us! But where's the first mate?
We bumped into someone.
What? That must have been Zavid! Why didn't...
And leave you all with the Corsair Scourge?
Yes!
Eisen...
Is it because the Abbey is after Zavid?
So you even knew about it? I heard some big shot exorcist named Melchior has set up a trap for If Eisen gets caught up in...
So now there's Melchior to worry about.
Why is Lord Melchior assuming direct command to capture Zavid? Wait, that's not important. What matters is I can turn Lavi's head over to him and finally return to the Abbey.
Melchior is a legate. A powerful enemy, trap or no.
Ugh, you guys are useless! Well, fine. If you're not going to go help him, we will.
What makes you think you're capable?
Would you let him...
What?
We want to save him. We are the ones who decide...
You're a real hothead, you know that? Nobody said anything.
Huh?
You all stay here. Take your medicine like good little boy.
The captain?
Why else would Eisen knowingly barge into a trap?
Of course! Leave the ship and crew to me.
Here, this one's for you.
Those pirates haven't a lick of sense in them.
They don't let reason dictate who they protect.
Now, about where Eisen's headed.
Those exorcists were talking about some place called Loringen.
Yes, it's a tower in the northern part of Westgand where the Exorcists train.
Lines up with what Benwick told us. That must be the place.
There must be a lot of exorcists. Hang in there, Eisen.
That'll take more than basic exorcists to do him in.
We ought to pity any poor
Right. Let's work.
Solatoma is as awful as I remember. I'd hoped I'd never have to drink it again.
Are you alright?
Is this your second
No, I had it for a different reason. In the Abbey, it's tradition for initiates to drink Solatoma as part.
Sounds like hazing to me.
When everyone shares the same experience, drinking something so shockingly revolting, our bonds are
If you say so.
I really did believe I'd never have to taste it again. To be blunt,
You're lucky you think it tastes so terrible. That means you also know what tastes good. Right, Velvet?
what does that...
Velvet.
What? Is that... because...
I'm aware of one other flavor.
No!
Get back!
Don't! Keep that salad... I see. seem like everyone around me is completely mad.
Yeah! Continuing to fight when you know you'll lose just isn't...
Would you stand around and watch your comrade die? Just...
I wouldn't want to, but getting myself...
Yes, it would be illogical.
Is being illogical really that bad?
Well...
At the Empyrean's throne, I remember Velvet standing, despite the horrible pain she felt. Rokuro is training with all his heart and Kurogane used up his own head.
None of that is...
Yeah, I don't know quite. I think it's all...
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Magilu is... and that...
Yes?
I don't really understand what that's about. Miss...
Hello there. Just a bit ago, a brawny silver...
Did he say why he was going there?
Something about meeting exorcists use that tower to... But he seemed a bit rough and tumbled.
Did he say anything else?
He said someone else might stop by and ask about the tower.
No.
So he was planning on us following him.
You mean Zavid? Or the abbot?
Both.
Hey, Slayer. Give me a second. This one is going to be silly. There we go. Well, thank you, Slayer. Right now, I am dealing with some really heavy related stuff. Unfortunately for me and Alex right now, we are, pretty much dealing with homelessness again. Because as of the 10th, we won't have a place to live. Because of the fact that we couldn't get more days here, and I don't know what we're gonna do now because, we don't have the money to come up with $600 something or more. For 4 weeks, it's gonna be 1,000 something. We don't want to live here. The reason why I say that is because our motel room has had cockroaches in it, bed bugs, and we don't need to live with that. I have severe health problems, you guys know this as well, and we just can't live like that. We had to deal with it in our old house. I don't want to deal with it again. It's bad on my health anyways. I can't go that way. It's not in this. Yeah, if we don't come up with like close to $2,000, we're not gonna have somewhere to live. I don't know what to do. Like, my old GoFundMe account, I can't get into it anymore, and I don't have access to my old account at all because the number that I have on file is no longer valid because I had to get a new number, and it took them close to 3 months to change my number the last time I requested it. And we need this money before the 10th because if not, we won't have a home.
I was just... Oh, man. Oh.
Well.
So I don't know what to do.
The same could be said of women. It's hard to work.
And if you...
Well...
It's like Zavid said.
Sounds harder than
Expedia
I thought.
pretty much only offered $50 in credits for their stupid system that they have, which are reward points. And some guy said he would try to escalate the problem and try to get a refund for me, but I don't see a refund happening. We spent $720, or like, not 720, I mean, 720 cents on this place.
We will need to be
It is the nastiest place I've been in since my grandfather passed. I mean, my grandfather's house was way worse than where I was actually living beforehand. We actually had to get out of that house last Monday, fully, by midnight, and we did. We got here on Sunday, went back over to that house Monday to get a few things, and then we came back here. don't even know how I'm gonna do my laundry this week. Because we spent all of our money on the motel and the laundry for at the motel. Thanks to somebody that helped us, we were able to do that, so I don't know how we're gonna do our clothes now, or live anywhere.
Whoa! Hot water.
And look at those rainbows.
This is one of the 7 wonders of the world. The
You
Berserk
guys go,
geyser.
there's
The water
rainbows.
heats up from under. And the rainbows are caused by. It took tens of thousands of years for the. Wow! That was very educational.
At least you know plenty of trivia.
Additionally, the groundwater veins that feed this guy because of this. Every now and then.
No way! That's impossible. Well, not impossible.
With the salt content of the geyser's water, I bet they're.
Magilo, I'm declaring your bizarre imagination.
People say that all the time.
We're struggling right now, and I just don't know what we're gonna do. I'm very stressed. Not like I'm trying to stress you guys out, but this is like very stressful for me. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do with the little ones
Eisen!
that need their
Did you get the medicine to the ship's
heat
crew?
lamps
Yeah.
Good.
and their
These soldiers
enclosures.
won't be happy in the morning, but they're
No, they were like this when I got here.
He didn't kill a single one.
The Abbey is going to great lengths.
Even so, he clearly knows he's walking into a trap. What I don't get is why he roped me into all of this. If he didn't want my help, then what need did he have to play the Ifreed card on me?
If you knew this was a trap, why did you...
To see for myself. When I met Ifreed, I was wallowing in despair that I would ever find a way to break the Reaper's curse. Stop denying reality, he told me. If you were really born with that curse. But if the Reaper learns to grasp the wheel of his life. And so, I joined him aboard the
A creed of life.
Let's say someone's murdered the captain. If it came as the result of him living life on his terms, I could accept that. But if anyone, and I mean anyone, tries to crush his way of...
Who's there?
It's rude to Eve's...
If you got secrets...
Savid, isn't there any way you and I...
Not if he's going to keep acting like this.
Well...
What was the point of all that posturing? He could have just stayed hidden. Weird.
Can't disagree there.
Loringen Towers, a train...
Yes, it's a great edifice.
Luffy said, did you ever go there when you were...
I don't really remember the beginning of my...
I see.
What sort of training...
Exorcist?
So the lower ranks use it as a...
No, an exorcist's affinity to mana is not something that we are given Malachim based on our inborn ability, then learn arts to suit that ability.
So, an orderly...
Correct.
There'd be no spirit of competition then. Don't they want to...
There'd be no purpose to advancement. Rank signifies nothing more than the type and number of Malachim one can tether. People join the Abbey for only 2 reasons. To protect...
Are all of you that dedicated to a set of...
How sickeningly noble.
I wonder if your wills are suppressed just like those of the Malachim you...
Deviants like you could never possibly understand our motives. In any case, that is who...
So we're in for a rough welcome. I can't wrap my...
Maybe that's why I don't feel... Even when he and Eisen were about to fight?
Perhaps that's next to...
Do you think...
Don't ask me.
He does...
Because...
Okay, so he's just a naive brawler. I just don't...
Mean...
Uh-huh. I agree, but I don't understand... I don't get it.
Get what?
Why did Ifrid let Eisen join his ship, knowing he carried the Reaper's curse with him? What good did it do? I just don't see.
Well, if it.
Yeah.
If that. And.
But
It's.
Well, if.
Eisen?
It belonged to Ifrid, didn't it? I've read much of the Abbey's archives on weaponry, but...
He found it when we crossed to the far continent. It's a relic from a... He's like me and can't resist a good treasure. But of everything we've found...
What is it?
I can't say. It seemed like a weapon, but Ifrid wouldn't let any... He went off and tested it on his own.
But why is Zavid looking for Ifrid?
He doesn't seem like that much...
Did he really steal?
What do you mean?
It's just my feeling, but... Zavid doesn't seem...
He said he just picked it up. Perhaps he's trying...
Perhaps.
On guard.
They probably knew we'd sense it.
Eisen, and how... What? I don't mean to pry, really. Drat. It seems I've been...
No matter. He agreed to fight a duel against someone. And once we figured out what was happening, we rushed to the...
Was Zavid his opponent?
Given his choice of weapon and his ability to fight.
What I don't get is why Ifrid would end up captured and imprisoned by the Abbey.
The Abbey had him prisoner?
On their island. Until an exorcist named
What? Lord
The Abbey would have captured Ifrid about a year ago. Surely...
I was simply patrolling. I wasn't involved... Oh. But I do remember that we suffered... I never heard why. And then I was ordered to see...
That's fish.
He wanted to hide...
And...
freed.
So,
Eisen, it's good to see you.
So you're alive.
When...
True. Aside from my little brother, not even once.
Your brother? Ah, yes. You told me that once.
I've got no brother. Enough of your tricks!
Thanks for luring him out. I owe you one.
Zavid.
Now come on out, you old coot!
Lord Melchior.
Breaking through my double illusion. Impressive.
I make it a point not to fall for the same tricks twice.
I shouldn't have let you get away last time. I won't make that mistake again.
Why am I here?
Her consciousness has returned, so that is its power.
he turned her into a demon.
What? This can't be happening.
A chain reaction. Your Reaper's cut.
Don't you run!
Why would an exorcist create a demon?
Hey, worry about that later. We've got damn dragons to take care of.
Looks like you got caught in your own trap, old man.
Oh, are you sure about that? What the?
I'll take care of the last one.
He just...
You folks jump in and kill without a sec...
Marvelous. You're... my work here is done.
The hell did you do? Wait, damn you! Follow them!
Where the hell did they go?
Find them. They can't have gotten far.
Damn!
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it? When you can just copy its hidden formula. Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Eifried.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Eifried aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Eifried away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard! Playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Eifried and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Eifried knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it. We're done here.
Huh? That was easy.
Ifrid only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gotta keep looking for Ifrid. Still gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the Exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Ifrid's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Ifrid, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different.
Just like humans.
There's no cheating in
What I meant is that they were awfully...
And the illusion seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and...
If it can't be distinct...
That...
You think so?
But by using illusions...
Oh, how humane. Wow.
Lord Mel, he's done everything from... He shows...
He turned a friendly Moloch into...
Physical wounds can heal.
Yeah, but...
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this.
thought I smelled someone pondering. What's on your...
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords.
I suppose that makes...
Just guessing based...
An amplifier.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusion?
That was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them...
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
Laffy said? May I ask you something?
What is it?
The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
I don't know. She was pretty, wasn't she?
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute.
Really? I thought his type was more like...
Shh.
What's going on?
We were discussing a delicate topic. Laffysette's first crush, if you must know.
Oh. The Umbrella Girl. She must be really
Indeed. It must...
Come on now.
Like a wife he wants to leave, but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't...
No, that's too wild.
Yeah, it's not that. A daughter...
And maybe she was somebody he couldn't marry for some reason.
He had been
Is this... In any case.
Right.
gonna... What's wrong?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth. Here.
Huh. It looks pretty old.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure.
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodacian. It's more recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too.
If it's research material, that might make it Videl's book.
Videl?
He's a weird kid who's way into studying history.
Could you maybe deliver the... We were told not to get too close to him, so...
Yeah, sure. I guess.
My book! My book!
Are you Videl? Is this yours?
My book! Oh, that book is super important to me.
I'm Laffy. I hope you don't mind that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read?
You recognize Meliodacian writing?
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer who travels, so to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying
The Era of Darkness? You're...
Right. Almost no written record, but if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something.
Wow.
I know!
Look at those two. All worked up over... My little brother was just like that too. Laffy and our brother used to.
We've received reports of suspicious persons in the area.
Not good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
Videl, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry, sir. I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right, thanks. Look, I know it must be tough. Just remember, your father's a praetor. He's out there fighting to protect us all.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for your help.
Videl, your father...
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything about... I'm your friend too!
Really?
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big... This book tells you how to make an Omega Elixir, an incredibly ancient... If I'm reading it right, you need 5 ingredients. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll...
That's really nice of you, Videl. But...
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I just like...
Of course. What are friends...
The Omega Elixir. But it was my understanding that no samples or recipes
Meliodacian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Videl's recipe might be...
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw his notes. I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book.
Kids are more capable than we give them credit.
I think we can trust Videl.
Laffy used to read books intently.
Furthermore, couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Laffy said, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah,
Personally, but if you want to look for them...
Okay.
This big storm came and I wanted to just then I had these
Wouldn't the salt...
Yeah, that's what you want, my...
What did that pirate...
It's a classification the Abbey uses to help inform their strategy. An estimation. Administrative zone classes 1 through 3 have been...
So...
The Abbey doesn't send exorcists to remote areas and far-off islands. Instead, they avoid...
But that pirate mentioned he'd come close to an island. Are those
They send out an official notice to stay away, and that's all. It's not like they could blockade every tiny remote... So you're free to dive...
If they could, frankly...
Enough.
Makes you... I've heard... But...
If the...
If we...
Demons! There's more.
There was already one dangerous demon in those woods. A lot of exorcists have come to deal.
What do these demons
That's what I want to know. Those Abbey. Every time a demon comes around, it's all.
These demons really are. At the end of the day.
Anyway.
Thanks for the warning.
First mate! You're all right!
Sorry to worry.
And the captain?
It turned out to be a fake. But now I know the real one's still alive somewhere.
Well, of course he is.
Not that he has a lot of time left.
What do you mean?
Calm down. I'll
Eisen...
And you've all taken your salatoma?
Yes, sir.
And nobody died?
All still kicking.
Compared to your curse, sir, this sickness was tiny potatoes.
All right. Then let's get ready to sail out.
Already done, sir.
We're ready whenever.
The Pirate's Creed, huh?
There's worse out there.
This must be Long Dao's dust.
I can't believe you
We have to go tell Vidal. Maybe he's been able to
Yeah.
I've just managed to translate the description of. Whoa.
What's wrong?
Hey, you're burning up.
It's fine.
That makes it even worse. We need to get you.
But I'm still translating the.
You heard me.
All right. She's scary.
Well, it's...
Oh, okay.
Do you think he's...
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid.
He's probably been like this since he was. That must be why his parents named him Vidal.
Huh.
Laphicet is like that too. It means one who
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, when he sets off on his adventures...
I suppose I could cut him a...
You'd charge?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory.
One who... I did not know that Laphicet's name had meaning behind it.
didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through. But he's still dead all the... Hope.
You really think it was pointless?
What else am I supposed to think?
It's too bad that wasn't the real Ifreed. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Al?
She took it too. And her face went all... Wow!
I don't mean how she looked. I mean how she actually feels.
Oh. Well, she looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No. It's nothing like that.
Let me tell... So, Velvet...
Mogilu! Quit giving Laphicet confusing thoughts!
No trouble expressing...
The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorias do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong? Whoa! Easy there. Just asking.
Sorry. I was just deep in thought. Is there something you need from me?
Nah. Just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah, tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey,
What?
are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not. It's more like I despise them. 10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
What is that?
That's called a pangyon, a type of bird native to this area.
Pangyon.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
Wow, what's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Magilu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
Well... you know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you could say.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor.
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing your real feelings?
Good question. Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chapoom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
So how do you like?
It's quite a bit different from
This place was even, but recently.
It's still better than it, and because
In other words,
that and the people from the
getting worked up.
If this keeps up.
I understand.
It's become common practice to use Southgan lumber for ship.
Natant trees only grow in Southgand. Their wood is light, tough, and does.
You know your stuff. Then our ancestors fashioned a Midgan craftsman.
He had used the Natant logs to build a large, sturdy.
Thanks to him, commerce took off between Midgan and Southgan, and the age of exploration began. The excitement of a new age.
Ironically enough,
The fighting continued as hard as things.
when things were
Southganders, it may not seem. Some people.
shenanigans.
Come, sinner, and
Are you talking to me?
I am. You now confess.
Oh, how long have I? But I've always.
Ah, you're.
No! It is you who has captured my devotion, my darling. There's no one else I want.
What? But my.
Hush! I want you to look at me the way I look at you. Hold me, darling. Smother me in your embrace. Those were the kind of lines I read in a romance novel. It wasn't even. I wasted so many hours with that piece of trash. Please. Oh no! I meant to confess my sins, but forgive me, Father. I've
I don't. Come.
Who?
No, my son, but it's not too late.
Yeah, I hear you.
Have you ever
No. Oh.
Well, have.
Yeah, but the next.
No, no.
Oh,
That's not.
It's a priest. Get your act.
Yeah. Wait. What?
Still no leads on that grimoire lady.
Mogulo, when did you get that letter from her?
Hard to say. It must have been last year?
Take this seriously, or I'll feed you to...
Oh, what? I think I'd...
Keep this up and I swear... It's them!
The final preparations are complete. Once you've assumed...
Thank you, sister.
You need not worry. You possess a... Shepherd Artorias has high hopes for your deployment. Fear not. Just be...
Yes.
They're sending him to Palamedes? Is that the name of a facility on this?
I had better get going.
Safe travels.
Oh, one more thing. Be careful around the demon in Haria. It's stronger than it looks.
Understood.
Also, if you must drink the water, remember to boil it.
Sister...
I know.
So, there's a demon in Haria.
If so, it may prove useful.
Still, what magical timing for Oscar to show up here at the very same hour we do.
None, it's true. But as an exorcist, you're certainly sympathetic to the Abbey's cause.
And soon you may wish we were sympathetic.
Eleanor hasn't been snitching on us. I'm sure of it.
And how would you know?
Huh? No, I don't.
Then isn't it possible she's communicating with the Abbey in secret while you're not there?
You pledge to obey me until the day you die.
Yes.
One less demon, and one less traitor for them to worry about.
While we're standing around here arguing, that demon could be attacking Grim.
So what's it really like?
Huh?
The connection between Moloch and Vessel.
Sort of. When I'm dwelling inside Eleanor, but I can't read her thoughts or her emotions. Sitting in a box doesn't teach...
I see. In that case, I want to give her as little time alone as...
I don't want to bathe with her, alright?
I know. You're a boy. For her baths, we can send Bienfu. No, that's a bad idea. It'll have to be Mogulo.
Phew.
What sort of boundaries have you and Eleanor drawn?
We talk before bed sometimes. But it's not like I'm sleeping by her side or anything. It's easier for me to tell when she wakes up if I'm dwelling inside her.
Does she ever get out of bed at night?
Not in my experience. And
huh?
When she's around you guys, she always looks so stern. But when she's sleeping, she lets her hair down too. And
Huh. So that's... well...
But?
Watch out for the older girl.
Huh? Teresa and Oscar sure seem close.
I've known them since I was an initiate, but I've never seen them quarrel. Not even once.
Did you ever fight with your...
Yeah, I guess I did. Sometimes I'd chew him out, and he'd sulk and stop.
You did?
No matter how much he dug in his heels, or tried to talk like he was in charge. After a while, he'd be right there trailing along behind me.
Like a little puppy dog.
Puppies are a lot more obedient. Little brothers are odd creatures. Huh? I don't think a little brother who's out to kill you is in any way adorable.
But Shigure seemed like he was having fun. Huh?
Do you have any sibling?
I'm an only child.
Well then, that's perfect. You pretend the boy is your little brother.
Huh?
That's a bit extreme, but actually, when I'm talking with
I could be...
Don't...
Oh...
You're wrong. I've changed how I view Malakim. I know that's true because I can...
Right.
She's all talk. Don't believe her.
It seems to me like you're the one who's treating him as a tool, by forcing your own...
Ooh, two sisters struggling for the affections of their brother.
How about an older brother instead?
The people of Southgand are the lives of the people of the... Whether it was...
But the Abbey worships Innominat, don't they?
Most of the people of the village is called Haria. And even now they keep... I'm grateful that they fight off the demons. I really am. But do they have to dictate which gods we worship too?
They think they do. It's their truth. Then again, they can't control what's in your heart, can they?
Hey, this doll?
Ah, a keen eye you have, young man.
That's Empyrean Amino?
Yep, no doubt about it. I've seen her with my own
You saw her? Why was she angry?
Well, the Abbey's banned any profession of the Aminochian faith in Southgand, despite her Gotta assume that's what got her all bent out of shape. I tried talking to her, but no matter what I said, she was just like...
Wait, that sounds... And that low-energy goddess you saw? The doll you've got here looks like her?
Yeah, more or less.
Ha! Fortune smiles upon thee, weary adventurers. That listless goddess is none other than Grim.
Grimoire isn't human?
When did I ever say she was? So, shopkeep, where'd you see her?
I think it was down by McClear Beach.
Pensively watching the tide come in? That's her, all right. Quickly!
Why didn't you mention Grimoire as a Moloch before now?
You can't be too careful with that information. Spies listening everywhere!
What does it mean to be...
The Eternal...
Have you ever heard of the ceremony of adulthood? It's a year...
If I remember right, it's totally wild. Everyone throws bananas and...
Traditionally, yes, but things have changed over the year. People are always reaching for bigger and better things.
You're throwing watermelon?
Trust me, I know. But watermelons are the least of our worries. Recently, people have...
Coconuts? Those things are as hard...
Trust me, I know. Like getting hit with a brick. Now, every year, there are...
You don't mean they...
Yeah, I've kept putting it off myself, but it looks like this year I've got... That's crazy! It's far too dangerous.
There are ancient traditions that say overcoming danger marks a child's coming of age.
You've hit the nail on the head. There are lots of old folks that sit around hypocrites. Back then, they used bananas and watermelons. They even cracked the watermelons ahead.
I don't think cracking a coconut would help much either.
So that's why you're standing about looking blue.
I'm so ashamed.
If you don't want...
I'd love to.
Having the curve...
Wait. You're right!
And getting...
Sorry.